so you're in this long stone corridor, right?
This is true.
Right. Yes. Yeah, at the end of this stone corridor, there's a green door. The question is, what's behind the green door?
Shaky Stevens, all right?
What is behind the door?
You're saying you want to look?
No, Sheila, because it could be a trap.
Could be. You hear something behind the door.
What?
Blood-curdling, salivary groans. The groans of something horrible. Agony.
Open the door.
You sure?
Well, it still could be a trap. I'll risk it. Go on, open the
No,
door.
no, hang on, wait a minute. Look, well, I'll tell you what, right? We'll retreat to the other end of the corridor, right? And I'll send my hobbit to open the door.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Are they all going strange or what?
What's the game? All the kids are playing it.
A game? Corridors and hobbits and blood-curdling groans?
Well, it's called Dungeons and Dragons. Got to be really imaginative to play it.
Any more tea in that pot, is there?
Something's approaching down the passageway.
What?
Oh, see.
What's approaching down the passage?
Oh, it's a golem.
Oh, that's nice.
What the hell's that when it's a Toma
Oh, it's a
Golem?
zombie.
A zombie? We've got 11 of them playing for United.
Oh, right, Ted. Just buy the game.
Right, it's 50 feet away and approaching fast.
What do we do?
Run like hell.
No, stand and fight.
You can't fight a golem.
Who can't? Just you watch my smoke, mate.
Whoa.
Sorry, I've just disappeared into a pool of acid.
Whatever happened to Ludo?
Ludo?
That's right, Ludo. Very highly skilled game, Ludo, you know.
Use what? All you do is throw dice and move counters round.
Oh, yeah, but it's how you move your counters that counts, isn't it? Champion of our street at Ludo, I was, you know.
Yeah, fancy.
Oh, yeah. It's not generally realised, but it's a very ancient game, is Ludo. Calling for an inborn sense of tactics, not to mention low cunning when it's played at its very highest level. Where does the name of the game come from? Do you know that?
Didn't know it came from anywhere.
Oh, well, there you are, you see. It's from the Latin, isn't it? Ludere, to play. What do you think about that, then?
Where'd you get that from? Back of a crisp packet?
Never you mind, girl. I'm not as stupid as I look. Oh, yes, it goes right back to Roman times, you know, does Ludo. In fact, from what I've heard, it was playing Ludo that gave Julius Caesar some of his very best tactical ideas. He wouldn't be seen dead in a battle if he didn't have his Ludo set with him. Oh, you can laugh. Well, there is another story that when he got himself murdered in the Roman Fulcrum, politics had nothing to do with it.
It hadn't.
Oh, no. It was during a game of Ludo that Julius accused Cassius of using a loaded dice. The next thing, old Cass whipped out his dagger and done for him.
Oh, that's the daftest story I've ever heard.
Would I lie to you?
Definitely.
You kids will never improve yourselves until you're prepared to believe what your elders and betters tell you about things.
Julius Caesar.
I mean, we said, you must be joking, man. You must be joking.
Yeah, I know. Bit of an idiot, isn't it? Come on, Dad. Come on.
Hold on.
What's that?
Sign.
Oh, yeah.
But you go on, I'll see Rasputin about this job.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
See you, Jerry.
Come in.
Mr. Jones?
Yeah?
It's about the job outside on the wall. The one advertising for an assistant 3 nights a week.
Yeah?
Well, what sort of work is it?
Whoever gets it will be a gopher.
A gopher?
Yeah, the boss will want something and he'll be the one who'll go for it.
Oh, I see, yeah, well. Any chance of taking me on?
Bit young for what we had in mind. What about your homework, that sort of stuff?
I don't really get a lot. See, I'm not what you could call very academically inclined. But what I do get, I could fit in.
All right, you're on. Nip out and see the manager, tell him I said the job was yours.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Jones. Who is the manager?
Oh, I think you'll find you've met him before.
You? Well, that's why he told me to tell you, yeah.
Mr. Jones, there's a boy outside who tells me that you've given him the part-time post we had on offer.
Young Jerry, yeah.
Well, Mr. Jones, I do think as manager that my views as to the suitability or otherwise of the candidate might have been sought.
Why? What's the matter with him?
Well, well, you know, he's one of those junior supporters club lot.
whose help I did just find invaluable a few weeks ago when certain people were trying to nick my football club from me, if you remember.
Mr. Jones, is he trustworthy?
Why? Have you any evidence that he's not?
Well, no. No, not as such. But he does come from pretty rough stock.
So do I, Derek. Look, I tell you what we'll do. We'll give him a go for a couple of weeks, and then we'll apply the same rule to him as we do with all the people who work for me, including you.
Oh.
If they're all right and I'm satisfied, we keep them on. If not, they're fired.
Yes, well, you start at 6 o'clock tonight.
Right.
But don't be a minute late if you want to work here. I have a simple rule. If I'm satisfied with you, I keep you on. If not, you're fired. Do you understand?
Yes, Mr. Cassidy.
Come here.
Yeah, come on then, give us a go.
Watch who you throw it.
What's this?
You stupid fool! You didn't go and do that for!
I didn't do it on purpose, did I? I didn't know the stick was gonna go that
You
far.
never know anything, do you?
I'm flipping it.
What the hell do you think you two are playing at? Sorry? Look at the state of my car.
He said he was sorry.
And what the devil good is that going to do? Him saying that he was sorry? I should damn well think he is sorry. You kids around here are an absolute menace. Oh,
You all right, mister?
that animal's dangerous. Shouldn't be running around loose.
Yeah, well, he thought you were going for him, didn't he?
Yeah, and you tried to kick him.
That's your dog, is it?
No. It's United's.
Right.
He's sick.
Are you connected with this so-called football club?
Well, that's one of the reasons I happen to be working here, yeah.
Where's the manager?
Why? Whatever's the matter?
Whatever's the matter, I intend to discuss with the manager myself and no one else. Now, where is he?
He's right behind you, actually. Just as a point of interest, that happens to be my wife you're talking to, and I don't like your tone, sir.
Don't you? Well, you're going to like what I have to say even less.
Oh, yes?
That animal outside, it's yours, is it?
What animal would that be?
That Alsatian that those boys are messing about with.
Ah, which doesn't happen to be my personal property, but I suppose you could say he's an asset to the club. Yes, why?
I'll tell you why. I've just been savaged by it. That's why.
I don't believe it.
Do you believe that, then?
Well, he's never done anything like that before.
That, madam, is something I find very hard to believe.
Well, then he must have been provoked.
I'm the only one that's been provoked. That dog's just caused me to run my car into a builder's skip.
Why don't we all just calm down? I'll go and get the first aid box and I'll bandage it for
don't
you.
bother. I've been seen to properly done at the hospital by people who know what they're doing. Meanwhile, I just want you to know that you haven't heard the last of this. Not by a long chalk.
Oh, what do you want to go and do something so stupid for? Throwing a stick in the road.
Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I didn't do it on purpose, did I? It just went a bit further than I thought it would. Don't know my own strength.
Yeah, I bet you were showing off.
Oh, no, I wasn't. All right, I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? Cut me throat or something?
Yeah, that'll do for starters.
How badly damaged was the car?
Bad enough. Bad to need a new bonnet, I'd say.
Oh, great.
You'd probably be liable to pay for it.
Not me. Him.
Well, well, well. When you lot mess things up, you really do it in style, don't you? I thought you two were supposed to be looking after that dog.
It was an accident, man.
Well, I sincerely hope so, because I don't even think you're stupid enough to be throwing sticks on the road to a dog on purpose.
Well, of course it wasn't on purpose.
That's not the point. You were in charge of that dog, and he should have been on a lead. Imagine playing with them out there anyway, when there's a whole football pitch out there to exercise them on.
Ted wouldn't let us on the pitch. He said he was treating the grass with something.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can just explain that to the constable in my office right now.
A copper?
Well, the man the dog had a go at reported it to the police. You don't think for 1 minute that he wouldn't, do you? Come on. And just leave the dog there, because I don't want to add a policeman to his list of victims. Come on.
Well done, Wurzel.
So, the dog doesn't actually belong to either of you two kids?
No, it's my dog.
Ah, in that case, Mr. Jones, you're the one who will be hearing from us.
Me?
Yes, well, a complaint has been laid about the dog, and as owner, it is your ultimate responsibility.
But I wasn't the nit throwing sticks in the road for it. It was this couple of nutters.
I'm afraid that doesn't matter, you see. As owner of the animal, you did presumably entrust it to their care.
Well, if you mean, did I come down from my office and put the lead into their hands? No, I didn't. In fact, I didn't even know they'd taken him out of the ground, did I?
No.
Then why did you take him?
We take him for a walk every day.
With your permission, presumably, sir?
Yeah.
In fact, they exercise the dog on what you might call a regular basis, sir.
Yes.
Well, I think that's as far as we take the matter for the moment, thank you.
Look, you wouldn't like my solemn promise not to leave the country during this present crisis, would you?
There could have been a serious road accident, Mr. Jones. This is no laughing matter, you know.
So who's laughing?
Mac.
Well, great. Terrific. Thanks a bunch, kids.
He only went for that Mr. Mills bloke because he thought he was going for us.
It should have been on a lead.
You know, I must admit off my tiny head letting you lot within light years of this place. You're like a great big hairy bunch of nasty little accidents looking for somewhere to happen, and you always seem to be happening to me.
We did help you out over those shares. You said that yourself.
Yeah, well, I tell you what. Here's another way you can help me out. Start working out ways of paying for that car you were responsible for pranging, because I'm telling you this, my son, there's no way I am going to pay for it.
Go and get out.
I suppose it is understandable.
What? Look, weren't you listening to what that copper just said? They were only playing fetch with him on the Queen's Highway, that's all.
Not that. Why the dog acted the way it did?
When all's said and done, he's a guard dog.
Yeah, bought, in case you've forgotten, Mac, to guard my football ground against those kids.
He was only acting instinctively against what he saw.
Look, keep on talking, love. Another 5 minutes and all this will turn out to be my fault for having the dog on the premises.
Good grief, what have we here?
Pardon, Dad?
You doing your homework and it's still light outside.
There comes a time in everyone's life, Dad, when you've got to get your head down and do a bit of grafting.
Oh, that I should have lived to see the day it happened to you.
Dad?
Yeah?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, ask away.
Suppose there was this dog.
What dog?
Oh, just this dog. A nice enough dog usually, but then one day he went and bit someone.
Yeah?
Yeah, and this bloke he bit, well, he got all snotty about it.
Well, he would, wouldn't he, if the dog had bitten him? I mean, I would.
Yeah, but he got really snotty. So snotty he went and told the fuzz. Of the police then. So the dog would have to be taken to court, right?
Well, not the dog as such. The owner of the dog.
Well, the owner then. So would he be fined if he was found guilty?
No.
Oh, so he'd just get told off. That'd be the end of the matter.
Well, he'd almost certainly be told off, but that wouldn't be the end of the matter.
Huh?
No, one of two things might happen. The first is that he could simply be ordered to keep the dog under proper control in future. But if the dog had any sort of form, it could be a lot more serious than that.
Form?
Well, if he'd bitten anybody before, say, and the police had a record of it.
And if they had, then what would happen?
Well, the dog would almost certainly be destroyed.
Oh, no.
Why? Whose dog is this you're on about anyway?
Oh, it's just this dog down the club. He got into a bit of bother today.
I see.
Dad?
Yeah? Now what?
You know about bodies.
You mean corpses?
No, car bodies.
Well, what about them?
Well, if they get bashed in, do they cost a lot to mend?
Why?
Oh, no reason. I just wondered, that was all, how much they cost. Oh, I'll get it. Oh, hello.
Are your parents in?
Well, as a matter of fact, they've gone away for a few days, actually.
What's going on?
Dad, you're back already.
What?
Are you this boy's father?
Well, rumour has it, yeah.
And a policeman. No wonder the country's in such a mess.
Look, what's all this about?
It's about that car in the front of your house. The one with the front bashed in. And this is for you.
What's this?
It's an estimate of what it's going to cost to put it right.
I think you better come in for a minute.
Thank you.
And you, don't you move from these premises until I say so.
Miss Jones, sorry to hear about this business of the dog, Mr. Jones.
Not half as sorry as me, mate.
Yes, well, it must be all the more galling for you, knowing it's not your fault, and yet you're the one who's got to carry the can, as it were.
Right.
Because I've never liked that dog myself, It's had a go at me on more than one occasion. If you want my opinion, I think those kids have encouraged him to do it.
Could be.
A friend of mine got into similar trouble with a dog of his once,
Oh, yeah?
Yes, the dog attacked someone, and he was taken to court.
What happened to him?
Ah, well, no, it didn't get that far, actually. Because in the interim, you see, my friend decided that after all, the dog was a bit of a menace, so he had him put down. When the authorities heard about it, well, of course, that was the end of the matter. There was no court case, no inconvenience of having to put in an appearance, no further expense.
Is that so?
Just a thought.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
All right, kid?
Mr. Jones? Is it all right if I finish now, Mr. Cassidy?
Yes, I suppose so. Remember to be on time tomorrow night.
Yes, Mr. Cassidy. Yeah, well, there's no way I'm ever going to let him kill him, right? I don't care.
You might not have any choice, mate. Not if Rasputin decided he was going to.
Don't get me wrong, I didn't actually say he was going to kill the dog, did I? It's only that Cassidy put the idea in his head, that's all.
Oh, yeah, he would, wouldn't he, that snake?
Oh, I can't believe he'd do a thing like that. I mean, it's a bit of an hard case, Rasputin, but he ain't rotten like that.
Yeah, well, if he even tries put him down, even tries, he's going to have to kill me first. Come on.
Hi. What's wrong with him, then?
You mean to tell us you don't know?
Well, how do you think I feel?
You're bad with hope, Wurzel.
Give us a coat, will you? Don't suppose you want to put it on the slate, do you? Only it looks like I'm going to be a bit short of the ready for the next 99 years when I'm paying my dad back for this car bill he's got stuck with.
Hi, Mac. You playing well?
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. Listen, is there any more news about this business with the dog?
Yeah, not good, I'm afraid.
You know, Gonk will be heartbroken if that dog has to be put down.
Yeah, but like I said before, love, what do you think I can do about it?
We must be able to do something, Mac.
If what that policeman says is true, there isn't.
Well, we'll just have to think of something.
Well, that is very logical, but like what?
You're usually the one that thinks of something.
Hey, Gunk. You got a minute? Yeah, sure. Sit down. I had a word with that policeman at the match on Saturday. The one that came round about the dog.
Oh, yeah?
He says that the dog has previous form.
Form?
Mr. Mills is not the first person the dog's bitten. Apparently, he bit somebody else on a previous occasion.
Then he must have been provoked just like he was this time.
Now, I might well be wasting my time telling you this, because in my opinion, if this goes to court, I don't give much for the dog's chances. And if we are ordered to have him put down, there is nothing you or I or anybody can do about it. And that depends if Rasputin takes it into his head to save himself a lot of fuss and have it done first.
So?
Supposing Mr. Mills takes it into his head to withdraw the charges.
And why would he want to do that?
Go and see him, apologize to him, tell him how much the dog means to you, and that it'll never happen again.
Mac, you know he won't listen to me.
No match is lost until the final whistle. It's worth a try, surely.
Mac, would you come with me?
Me? Why? Go and get in the car.
Thanks.
Mr. Mills.
Oh, it's you, is it?
It's about the dog.
That matter is now in the hands of the police.
Yes, I know, but this lad here, he has something he'd like to say to you about it.
I'm dead sorry about what happened, Mr. Mills. And I'll make sure nothing like that ever happens again.
So?
Well, what we thought was, if you were to withdraw your complaint, then perhaps that might be the end of the matter.
It's out of the question.
I don't think you understand, Mr. Mills. If it does go to court, Barney could be put down.
Why? Has it bitten somebody before? It has, hasn't it? Well, can't say that I'm surprised about that either.
He's a good dog, really, Mr. Mills. Dead soft when you get to know him.
Look, there's nothing I can do about it.
What you're saying is there's nothing you're prepared to do about it.
No, I mean there's nothing I can do about it. The law's going to take its course, whether we like it or not. And I'm afraid that's it.
Come on. Come on.
Everywhere you go, everything you see, someone say you know it's a tragedy. Find another place, 'cause you can't play here. Don't want any lips at air. You know it's gonna be alright if we stick together. We're gonna have a fine, fine time if we stick together. No more mindless empty days. But you know it's gonna be alright if we stick together. We're gonna have a fine, fine time if we stick together. No